Well, we welcome in one of the new additions to the pipeline, the offensive lineman out of Chandler, Arizona, Rex Waterman. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be joining you.
All right, well, it's official. How does it feel? Signing day's here, and you're officially a Husker. How does it feel?
It just feels awesome just being a part of, gonna being a part of a great team and just knowing that all the work I've done up until this point has paid off and just, repeating the process and just doing the same things in college that has led me up to this point and being successful.
That's awesome. Okay, well, take us through your recruiting process. You know, when you start getting these calls from colleges, what were you looking for in your college career?
I wasn't really sure what I was looking for like in the beginning. I kind of saw what was important to look for towards like the middle and the end. Like a great coaching staff, good players. I started looking at the players a lot, like how like what kind of people they are and everything like that. And then I think Nebraska just really stood out for me in that way. Coach Rule, Coach Donnie, everybody on the coaching staff and the players, all the linemen I really look up to, even now, like not even being there yet, says a lot. So, like, yeah, just being a guy that like sees the leadership qualities in my teammates is helpful in choosing a school.
That's interesting. So a lot of guys go into it like, "Hey, I want this, 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 and this," but you didn't really know till you went through it, and what you found was what sounds like the people was what really sold you.
Yeah, I think the people in the place that are going to is really important because a lot of people just look at like material things like money and all this kind of stuff. So I think looking at it from a different perspective is helpful.
So and then once you committed, you locked it in. You made that very clear. Why was that important for you when you decided on Nebraska? That was it.
I think it's a really big decision, and it's important not to like reopen or just switch up after you made your decision, unless it's the right thing for you, obviously. But it's obviously a really big decision, so um, I like I it's just right for me morally to just stick with it, and then just believe that when you come in, you can do your best to like do your best to control what you can control.
All right. Well, you mentioned Donovan Raiola. What did you like about getting to know him? What sold you on him?
He's very personable. He's a family guy. He relates to his players well. The players love him. And then I kind of got to build that relationship with him throughout the recruiting process. And I got to see what all the players are talking about and like how great he is. And I got to experience that for myself. And I can't wait to experience that once I get there.
Yeah, what was it? What's it like as a recruit coming in? I mean, those guys we talk about it a lot, and it's you can see it if you're around it all. They move as a pack. They do everything together. They talk the same. What is that like when you come in? What's that perspective like on when you're here as a recruit?
It's great to see offensive line unit that's close. That means, they'll go to war with each other. They'll do everything together, like you said. It's very important to be close as an offensive line unit because, like, on the field, there's no one else. It's just you guys. And off the field, if I can trust you off the field, I can definitely trust you on the field as well. So that's very important.
Yeah, great perspective. You had said that you thought this was a place you'd thrive in. Why was that?
Just because everybody on the team, I think that I know of, like, has the same goal, hopefully, as everybody coming in and as to win a national championship. Um, like getting better and better every year, getting 1% better every day will just lead you to do great things, and that's why I think everybody has the motive to do that, and that's why I chose this school.
So you've been on a couple of visits here, and including the blackout game with USC. And what was your take on the atmosphere and being here inside Memorial Stadium with Husker Nation?
It was great. I can't wait to be part of it. I was just funny because I was looking around and like during the national anthem, I was standing there and I was looking around like really, it was just all black. Like everybody bought in. I thought some of the people would just like keep wearing red because like they just like wouldn't want to wear black in Memorial Stadium for the first time ever. So it was just really surprising to me that everybody bought in like they did. It was just impressive.
As a high school kid, what does that mean to you, or what has it meant to you seeing the fan support and the atmosphere here inside Memorial Stadium? How big of an impact does that have on a decision?
It's pretty big for me because I want that college game day experience every Saturday. Because every Saturday in Lincoln is the same, regardless of the opponent. You come in and you're playing Houston Christian is sold out. Playing USC is sold out. So, getting that experience and getting that true college experience is important to me, especially here in Nebraska. So yeah, there's no other better place I think that can do that as Nebraska can.
That's awesome. Okay, so you mentioned your high school season. You guys have had a special season. In fact, went undefeated throughout the regular season. What have you learned about putting together those kinds of performances week in and week out to be have a perfect regular season throughout your senior season? What have you learned throughout these past few months?
Well, I've learned that as the season goes on, the details get smaller and smaller, and everything matters just like a little bit more, especially when you're in the playoffs. It's not so much more about talent; it's about who can execute better.
Okay, so you're coming. You're going to take part of being able to come here in December and be a part of those bowl practices. Why did you want to be a part of that, and how excited are you for that?
I think coming early in January and December will just get me just just a leg up and just get me ahead of everyone. So I'm happy to do that, but I'm just gonna do whatever it takes to you know get in the depth chart and stuff like that. Play early. I think if you want to play early, you got to come early. So that's a big part. And coming early is something you have to decide like at the beginning of your high school career, because you have to do all these online classes and stuff. So if you want to do it, then you just better do it. And so that's always been my mindset.
How exciting is that? I mean, you get to
Yeah,
come and be part of bowl preparations.
I know. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so for Husker fans that might not have seen your film, what do you like? Describe yourself on a football field.
I'm a big physical player, quick, athletic, football IQ. Um, yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, so you talked about coming early, beyond just being here and being here physically. What goes into these next few months for you to be able to maybe come in and be an impact early?
Well, I think just coming in and controlling what I can control and just being a good teammate. Um, just helping everybody, coming to the bowl practices and being like, what can I do to help us win? I'll just do whatever, help the starters, all the stuff like that. And then once I come in and for spring ball, I'll just compete and just be me. So I'm excited for that.
Awesome. All right, so I've got some fun questions for you. We'll close this thing out with, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Stuffing, without a
Stuffing.
doubt. Yeah,
Standard, a classic.
yeah.
OG there. All right, favorite ice cream flavor?
Mint chip, it's the
Nice.
best.
Who was your favorite athlete growing up?
LeBron,
LeBron James.
yeah, the goat.
Best Gatorade flavor?
Lemon lime,
Okay. What's your go-to movie or TV series you can watch on repeat?
The Office.
The Office.
Yeah,
Nice.
Office. That's fun.
Biggest football mentor?
Um, my Coach X, Xavier Sofilo. Um, he's been awesome to me, coaching me on my technique and just getting me right, just tightening stuff down, and just all my coaches, Coach Tuck, Coach X, all my online coaches, everybody from the staff, Hamilton football. I'm just thankful for them.
Okay, what sport would you be playing if not football?
Basketball for sure.
All right. And when you were a little kid growing up and people always asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up? What was your answer to that when you were a young kid?
That's tough. Probably like an astronaut or something like that. I can't really remember to be honest.
I like it. Astronaut.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations. And we'll look forward to seeing you here in Lincoln here in a couple weeks.
Thank you for your time.